You don't need a trademark to sell branded products on Amazon. In fact, you don't even need to enroll in brand registry. All you need to do is get your brand approved. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that step by step. I'll also show you the biggest mistakes that get brand approval applications rejected, including one common mistake that can force you to create a brand new listing and lose all of your reviews, sales history, and ranking. All right, let's get started. Now, in order to get your brand approved without a trademark, what you need to do is go through a process called brand approval. However, there isn't a direct link or web page to do that. What you need to do is create a brand new listing, even if you're not ready to start selling yet, or if you don't have a product to sell. So let me show you how to do that. First, log into Seller Central, and at the top of the page here, click on Add Products. Or you can click on the menu, Catalog, Add Products. And since we want to list our own branded products, which are typically for private label products, you must choose the blank form option here. Then click Start. Now, on this first step, enter the item name. This is the title that you see on any Amazon product, like you can see here. Now, you don't have to overthink this. We're just trying to get our brand approved at this point. So just enter a few words that accurately describe what your product is. You can come back later and edit it. So for this example, let's say I want to sell camping lanterns. Now, notice in the product type field, it automatically selected the category for me. Make sure it's correct. If it's not, then click on Select Other and choose the right one. In this case, it looks right, so click on Confirm. In the item type keyword, choose the correct category from the drop-down list. Now, I'm not selling variations, so leave this off. If you are, then turn it on. The item highlight field isn't required, so I'm going to leave it blank. Okay, now this next field, the brand name field here, is the most important field. You need to follow the steps I'm about to show you exactly. In the brand name field, enter the brand name that you want to use. This is the brand name that you want to get approved to sell under. Again, you don't need to have this brand name registered as a trademark to use it. This is just the brand name that you want to use and put on your products to sell on Amazon. So for this example, let's say I want to use the brand name Acme Outdoors. Now, make sure you do not check this option here. This product does not have a brand name. If you check this box, this indicates that you want to sell your products without a brand name and list them on Amazon as generic. You do not want to do that, so do not check this box. In fact, you never want to list your products as generic anyways, and this is a huge mistake I see new sellers make. If you choose this option, your products will be listed as generic without a brand name, like you can see here in this example. And doing this is going to create a bunch of problems for you. The biggest problem is Amazon will not let you change it to your brand later if you change your mind. So let's say your product takes off and later on you decide that you do want to brand it. Well, the only way to do that is by starting all over by creating an entirely new listing. You'll end up losing all the work that you've done. You'll lose all the reviews, all the sales history, the listing rank, basically everything. So never list your products as generic. And real quick, if you want to see more videos like this one that actually show you what's working right now, smash the like button. It really helps this channel out more than you know, and it helps this video reach even more sellers. Now in the external product ID field, here's where you need to enter the UPC barcode that you purchased for your product. When you're selling private label products, you need to buy your own UPC barcodes for each product. Now buying barcodes, where to buy them, and how many you need to buy is beyond the scope of this video. But if you want to learn more, I'll leave a link to a video down in the description below. And a pro tip, only buy UPC barcodes directly from the official GS1 website. Otherwise, you can have your listing shut down. They only cost $30 each, so it's not worth the risk buying from third-party websites. So once you've purchased your barcode, enter it here. And I highly recommend never choosing this option. This product does not have a product ID. I see way too many sellers trying to save some money by choosing this option so that they don't have to buy a UPC barcode. Well, I'm warning you now, do not do that. This option lets you apply for what's called a GTIN exemption, and going this route will create unnecessary complications for you. One of them being that you won't be able to change it to a UPC barcode in the future if you end up changing your mind. So don't do this just to save $30. It's not worth it. Okay, so enter your barcode and then click on Continue to Description. All right, now we're in business. Notice we've triggered the brand approval process. It says we need to get approval to list this product. Brand name approval required. You have entered a brand name that has not been approved by Amazon. you need to apply for approval to list products using this brand name. All right, so click on Apply to Sell. Okay, so now we're on the brand approval application form. Notice it says here, brand approval for Acme Outdoors. This is a brand approval application for Acme Outdoors. Brand names need to be approved by Amazon before they can be used by sellers. Now, I do want to point out that if you do have a registered or pending trademark, you do not get brand approval using this form. It says here, if you're a brand owner and have a registered or pending trademark, you can enroll in brand registry. Please leave this workflow and enroll in brand registry instead. So if you do have a pending or registered trademark, you do not fill out this application form. Follow the link and enroll in brand registry instead. Enrolling in brand registry will give you access to much more advanced selling features, such as brand protection and A+ content, and I'll leave a link to a step-by-step video that'll show you how to enroll in brand registry down in the video description below. Okay, so in this first field here, if you have a website for your brand already, you can enter the URL here. Having a website can make the brand approval process quicker and easier as it looks more legitimate to Amazon. But as you can see, this is optional, so if you don't already have one, don't worry about it. Now, in order to get your brand approved, you need to submit proper documentation that follows these guidelines here. This is how you'll prove to Amazon that you're the brand owner. Make sure that you follow these guidelines exactly, otherwise your application will be denied. So as you can see here, it says you need to provide at least 2 images of your brand's product and packaging. And the documents must meet the following requirements. Product pictures should not be blurry or truncated. The text in the images, like the brand, must be legible. The branding on your product or packaging must match exactly. And I see so many people mess this up. The branding that's on your product must match exactly what you entered in your application. So for example, I entered Acme space outdoors. So the branding in the photos can't be Acme-outdoors or some other variation of the name. It must be exactly Acme space outdoors. The pictures are taken by you and the items are handheld or placed on a table. Digitally altered or photoshopped images will result in your application being declined. Now, this should be pretty obvious. You must submit real life photos, not fake or photoshopped ones. I've seen people try to Photoshop the branding or logo and the results are terrible. That's not gonna work. What I've discovered that helps with approvals is if you're actually holding the product rather than just taking photos of it sitting on a table. And submit more than just 2 photos. I found that it also helps if you show the UPC barcode. Just make sure your hand or fingers don't cover the branding, logo, or barcode. Now, if you don't have a product to take real photos of, you can ask your supplier if they can make a sample unit with your branding on it. However, don't count on it because most of the time it'll be cost prohibitive for them to just create one unit for you, but it never hurts to ask. Now, if you're in the middle of manufacturing, you can also have your manufacturer just pull the first unit off the production line and ship it to you so that you can get photos taken of it. Now, I have 2 pro tips for you in case you don't have your product to take real photos, but do this at your own risk. First, what I've personally done in the past, if you have custom packaging such as a custom designed box, what you can do is have the box itself printed out and just take photos of the box that follow these guidelines. And since Amazon doesn't say you need to take photos of what's inside the box, you don't actually have to have your product inside it. Does that make sense? And to go one step further, you don't even have to have a real box made. What you can do is print out your box design on your color printer in high resolution and carefully cut it out and then glue it to a generic box so that it looks like your real product packaging. Just make sure you do a really good job so that it doesn't look like a grade school art project. Now, I probably shouldn't suggest the second pro tip because so many people mess it up and end up getting their application rejected. But my students have had success with photoshopping their branding and logos on their products. They've had to do this because they didn't have a product yet, or their manufacturer didn't have their products ready for them to take real photos with their branding on it. Now, I can't stress enough that if you do decide to do this, the final images must look 100% real. They need to fool anyone that looks at them and not look photoshopped. Otherwise, your application will get rejected. Next, the branding must be stamped, stitched, printed, or stuck on the product and or packaging so that it is not easily removable. What this means is your branding or logo must be permanent. It can't be a sticker or something easily removable. So like I said earlier, if you're designing a custom box, then your branding or logo must be printed on the box. If not, then it must be directly printed or molded into your product, like you can see here in this example. And this last one doesn't apply because you're not applying for a GTIN exemption. Then checkmark these options and upload your photos here. And as I mentioned earlier, it helps if you upload more than just the 2 photos. Take photos from different angles and from several different sides of your product so that they can see all around your product. And make sure the lighting is good and that the product and branding is in focus. Then enter your email address here. It's required. And although it says your phone number is optional, I suggest including it here so that they can contact you if there's any issues. It's always faster and easier resolving any issues when you can speak to an actual agent over the phone rather than over email. Now, while you're waiting for Amazon to approve your brand, this is actually the perfect time to start thinking about how you're going to get reviews once your product launches. One of the biggest mistakes I see new sellers make is waiting until after their product is live before they start building a review strategy. That's actually why I built Review Scan Go. Review Scan Go lets you create Amazon compliant QR code insert cards like this one that help you generate verified reviews while also building your own customer email list. Instead of using generic thanks for your purchase cards that just get tossed in the trash, your customers simply scan a QR code and are guided through your own branded funnel where you can provide support, resources, bonuses, and more. And the best part, it's incredibly easy to set up, it's Amazon compliant, and you can get started for free. If you'd like to see how it works, I'll leave a link down in the video description below. All right, then click submit and wait. And be patient here. The brand approval process can take several days to over a week. Now, if for whatever reason your application is rejected, then follow the suggestions that are in the notification that you received. In most cases, applications are rejected because of the photos you submitted or the branding doesn't match. So make sure you follow the guidelines, take better photos, and resubmit your application. But don't worry, there's no hard limit to how many times you can get rejected. Just keep trying until your brand is approved. And once your brand is approved, you won't have to go through this brand approval process again. You'll be able to list all of your future products under your brand, regardless of what category it's in. However, if you do decide to add another brand to your portfolio, then you have to follow these steps again to get that new brand approved. Now, getting brand approval is only the first step. The next step is completing your product listing so that you can actually rank and get sales. That means finding the right keywords and optimizing your listing so that Amazon can properly index your product and show it to potential customers. And this video right over here will show you exactly how to do that.